Well, I want to mention one thing. You know, prior to all this, in the 1950s, the government was setting a stage. They were setting the table for a big standoff, and that was over termination. Zimmerman, Gamble, and Jackson, senators in the state of, from Utah, Washington, and wherever else, they had designed a termination policy by which they would liquidate the trust assets of all tribes. Their plan was to terminate, in other words, bring an end to the reservations, to the tribes in the United States. The senator from Utah, showing that he was totally indiscriminate about it, he labeled and earmarked the Utes in Utah to show that he was, that he could be as ruthless as anybody, I guess, that he was not being discriminate, for termination first. Them, the Klamaths, the Menominees, they were choosing the reservations with probably the wealthiest reservations in the country to terminate first. Those who had natural resources. And Jackson had chosen the Colville Reservation he was going to terminate. And so became an annual battle, a non-stop battle, to terminate the Colville Indian Reservation. We had seen the Menominee, we'd seen the Klamath, we'd seen the Grand Ronde, Silettes, the Utes. We had seen them go, and we'd seen what happened to them. The richest tribes in the nation had become the poorest counties in the nation. We'd seen how they'd been screwed out of the money that they had been promised, literally. We saw how attorneys lined up to take their share out first, so what was left was nothing for the tribes, for the individuals. And so that was always an ongoing thing in the 50s and 60s. That killed as many people as any war, probably, because the amount of people that, people literally went bankrupt, putting their own money into trying to stop this. And it was really ironic that, hey, there I dropped you, that Senator Henry M. Jackson, Scoop Jackson from the state of Washington, he was the one who had for years tried to terminate the Colville Reservation, but he was also one of the people who was instrumental in helping get Fort Lawton for United Indians. He was present the day that it was signed over, that the press and everyone was there with Mayor Wes Ullman and members of United Indians for the agreement and the signing the agreement.